It's a new day here at the beach, and one day is beautiful and the next day is stormy. Sometimes one morning it's beautiful and that afternoon stormy, and that's life here. Well, the water is really churned up out there. Visibility is low. Life on the beach. Well, Mok and I have started connecting up all the electrical in this room. I need to go to Wilcon and pick up the matching LED lights that we have throughout the rest of the house. I put up a couple temporary light bulbs so we can test the circuits and just make sure everything's all working good. We started putting some of the wall outlets in. Got some of those in here. And light switch, we'll need to put it up in place. We'll just make sure everything's working first. It's looking pretty good. Won't be long that Joel will be able to come in here and start tiling. I just want to finish up some projects he has upstairs first, and then he can transfer down. Just look at that water. It is a rough one out there today. Joel's getting the last of these tiles done up here on the roof deck, like all the ones outside right here are. Yeah, I'm liking that. I am liking it. I'm getting a little laugh because I posted a video today. Now when I'm recording this, it's going to be after, you're going to see this way on after the fact. But I posted a video of the life out here at the beach, just showing the real truth of the life out here at the beach. That it's washed up bamboo and coconut and wood from the mountains, and the river water dumping out and the currents bringing down, kind of making the water kind of chocolatey along the shore. Sometimes people's houses wash out and their debris washes down, and then the waves and the current bring it up on the shore here. There's no way you can keep this thing clean and pristine. There's no big tractors with rakes running and leveling the beach every day and all that. It's just a regular old beach around 7,102, approximately 7,102 islands in the Philippines. Not every island is a barangay. Yeah, not every island's a barangay, and this is the real normal life. But to show what people are expecting, I imposed a couple of chicks in bikinis right out there on the beach walking. And of course, people want to call that clickbait, but it's showing a little bit of the abstract of it right there, of what people's minds are perceiving and what the real life is. And so if you were duped only by your own mind. And YouTube is a business. You do want to get reward for your effort of recording and editing and putting your personal life out to the public, sharing all your private stuff and everything. So of course you want people to view, and there you're going to have to make sometimes, you know, a little attractive thumbnail for people to view. Because what do people like to view? Well, the fact is, we're some funny creatures as humans, you know. You will watch a video of something bad, even if it's mildly bad, before you will watch the greatest good video there is. I mean, it is just the way it is. If a video came out that said that there is never going to be another illness or sickness ever again, that this man discovered something that's going to end it all and it's all going to be for free, and you won't even have to pay for it, and you're going to live to be 300 years old, well, hardly nobody watch it. But if you put out there that some mildly sad or bad or drama story, everybody watches it, no matter how lame and stupid it is. That is human nature right there. Human nature. It's kind of like that old saying, you know, about what sells: sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yeah, but the reality is, this is the normal beach life here, and I think it's a pretty darn good life, you know. Is this a white sand beach raked up and got girls modeling out here on it every day? Nope. Do we do beach cleanups here as a community? Yes. Our barangay does cleanups. They just went through picking the trash out of the wood debris just a couple days ago. So they had the barangay captain, his wife, other volunteers and officials had sacks and went down through here, and they tried to pick up any of what's real trash. And of course they leave all the wood stuff behind. They did rake up some piles and set some piles on fire, but it's always going to be more returning with just the next good storm. The PMP, they get here and they do cleanups. We clean up here around in our area. The doctor next door here recently just cleaned up in front of their area. But is it going to be miles long of pristine, gorgeous, glistening beaches? No. Is there going to be hot girls everywhere just sipping on their little mojitos and their daiquiris and lay back like Hollywood has imprinted in your mind? No. Those places are like Boracay or Cozumel or Cancun. Those places are, they're created, they're modeled up for all of that just in that one spot. But you go right outside of that spot, there's the real life, and there's the real way a beach looks. Yeah, you're always, no matter around the world, they're gonna have stuff washing up from the oceans, and it is just the way it is. And the trash that washes up out here is not always from the locals. Some of that comes from far across, floating in the ocean until it hits the shore. But I'm just telling the reality, and I just laugh how people dupe themselves. They'll say, you clickbaited me, exposing Paul and Mark and Dumageddon with question marks. Was I exposing them? I didn't say I exposed them or they are exposed, exclamation mark. I said exposed with question marks. Are they exposed? I brought a question forward. I didn't say they were exposed. I presented a question, and I even put right on front of Paul's shirt right there that this thumbnail is clickbait. And you know what? All anybody saw was just the word exposed. They ignored how it was structured. They ignored that there was a question mark. They ignored that it actually said on the front of his shirt, clickbait. You can't say, you hit me with clickbait. I told you it was clickbait. You let your mind dupe you, and you were just ready for the drama. You were ready for it. And what did I expose? I guess I exposed them. I sure did. I exposed that they both seemed to be nice gentlemen, and they were. Yeah, and they were. So, but of course, your mind, you wanted the dirt because you're ready for somebody to be tore down. And that's human nature. So don't get mad at me for exposing you. It's a beautiful day here, guys. It is. Guys and gals, wherever you're at, you know, wherever you're at. Yeah. Appreciate you all watching, nonetheless. Well, the little kitchen ninja's been at work this morning. Look right here, boys. She fixed us up some chicken curry, coconut chicken curry. And the coconut's right here from the trees in our yard. The chicken was raised right here on our property. So that is really cool. Some good stuff. Coconut chicken curry. Y'all tell me if you like that. Man, it just smells so good. I never ate curries in my life. My family, just I guess we're not curry eaters. I never remember tasting any curry in my life at any of the family or friends' houses or anything. Never. Just I think about my grandparents on both sides of the family, on my mom and dad's side, aunts, uncles. I just try to think about it. Going to friends' houses or anything. Never in my life did I experience eating a curry until I started traveling and came to the Philippines. And I absolutely enjoy eating curry. And it opened me up also to Thai food. And I really love Thai food, and I love the Thai curries and all. So getting out in the world really changed my life and exposed me to dishes that I found that I really enjoy. So nice. Each day we have these things that came from right here on the property. Bananas raised right here in the yard. Now these came from our friend, these red bananas, Lori Ann. Sorry for them cutting tall upstairs, making a little noise. But these come from our friend Lori Ann, Mike's girlfriend, fiance now. These red bananas are pretty cool, and these sabas are right here from our yard. It is just such a rewarding thing to be able to collect fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that, all from right off your own property, and of course from good friends. The chicken eggs too, same thing, you know, they're right here from our place, from our Rhode Island red chickens. And these eggs, compared to the eggs that you're going to buy here, the white ones in the trays, total difference. You crack one of those eggs, usually the whites are just like water. The yellow sometimes too, the yolk, you know, same thing. These have a nice, beautiful, firm yolk, nice whites that stay together. And we're very blessed that we have eggs every day that are way more healthy, I'm sure way more protein and all to it, and from chickens that are out able to walk and enjoy their little life. Well, the guys are finishing up their afternoon break time. In fact, I see them coming in right now out there at the beach. It must have rained really hard in the mountains. There's lots of coconuts and wood floating by out there in the water. I don't know if you can see it. You can see them, all the dark spots bobbing around. All out there everywhere. I see logs going by. I think there's a log right out in there somewhere. I definitely see it better probably with my eyes than you're seeing here on the camera, but that tells me with that much debris in the water, it really rained hard up in the mountains. So we can pull that up even more, maybe you can see. Look at all of those coconuts. Lots of coconuts. Just unbelievable at the debris coming down. Look at that. You can see right where the water drops deep out there. Very defined today. And when I say drops deep, I mean that is like a straight cliff into the ocean. It goes from shallow to just super deep. I think just out there a little ways it goes to 5,000 something feet deep, and on out a little further it goes down to 10,000 and something feet deep. So 1 or 2 miles deep down in there. Goes between that line right out there, even way out there near that line. The water in some places is only during not the highest tide, but during just kind of medium tide, will be anywhere from 2 to 6 feet, maybe 9 feet deep, and then you just hit a cliff. Yeah, this drops like a cliff straight down. It's all sandy bottom the whole way out. Sandy and sometimes a little muddy because you see all this silt that comes down from the mountains, and then it settles right there in that area. But the fishing is super good right along that area right there too. Highly defined today. Just look at that. And right here, one of our neighbors just went and pulled up a log right there that was floating by. And there's another one floating out there right now, right there. There's one floating right there right now. So they scraped up, cleaned up, and got this room prepped up. And Joel's preparing to do the tile work. And we also have the threshold piece cut right here, which will be this black tile. And then he'll start tiling the floor, starting in this corner, working his way down. And so he knows where the highs and lows are in the room. He's already pulled a water level in here, and that's what these little pieces of tape are on the walls. He can measure and know where the highest and lowest spot is in the room. So he'll know how thick on one side of the room and other to put his mortar bed. I am short on having enough outlets up here. There's going to be a countertop here, and I had this set up for a double outlet. Here in the Philippines, you don't really find what we call a dual or a double gang box. So you have to put individual boxes. You don't find a double gang box faceplate or nothing like that. So you need to have a space and have 2 separate boxes or sets of light switches. And it's just the nature of the beast here. But I ran short of these outlets. So when we do go back to Texas and take our short trip there, there'll be things I'm gonna grab and buy. Some things I'll throw in the suitcase so I can use them immediately, not waiting for them to come in. And part of what I'll get is more of these little outlets. We can't even finish the last ones in this room here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 that we need to put in this room. And other places around too. I got a room downstairs a guest room that it needs them. So maybe I might buy some local ones and go ahead and put them there, and then change them out and use those local ones in some kubos that we're gonna build later on. And I'll just use the native ones. But that's the situation on that. So that's probably what I'll do is just go grab enough to get by at the moment on that. Well, it's a very rainy night here in the Philippines, man. Just look at this weather. Just look at this weather. It is pouring down. Yeah, man, I bet the rivers are going to be gushing. I bet a lot of wood's going to come up on the shore overnight. got one pop up here. That's where a hole for a drain pipe in this upper deck. It's gonna have a drain like this in that floor up there, and then that pipe's gonna come out and come around and connect in this gutter pipe. So I need to get that done. I bought the materials for it. I just need to get the guys on it to do it. But man, it is blowing rain, including underneath these canopies here, which that's part of it. It's a open roof deck with a roof, but it's still always going to have blowing rain coming in. As you can see, coming across front of the screen. And is it ever raining? It's been going on for a couple hours now. Well, the upstairs up here, we're soon going to be texturing it, painting it, and putting all the light fixtures and everything in. So right now, I don't have any actual lights up here. It's all coming very soon. They're working their way up, and it's gonna be nice to get this part done. It'll happen very fast. It will go down very quick when that time comes.